Let's talk about terrorism. The word is pretty well defined. It is the use of violence or threats to create fear, especially for religious or political purposes. Now, let's apply that definition to the shooting attack at a Planned Parenthood facility in Colorado last week that left 3 people dead. It was announced that U.S. Attorney General Loretta Lynch was considering domestic terrorism charges against the shooter. And her boss, President Obama, was quick to call it an act of terrorism. Now, that may turn out to be true, but as of right now, while I'm recording this commentary, we don't know if it's terrorism, because we don't know that much about the man arrested in the shooting, Robert Louis Deere, except for the fact that he's crazy. I mean, just look at him. My 2-year-old granddaughter would point at him and say, crazy. But it was much more than just the way he looked. Neighbors had to get a restraining order against him. He was always spouting off bizarre things. And he lived in a cabin in the woods with no running water or electricity. So crazy, yes. But at the time of the shooting and at the time of the recording of this commentary, we knew nothing about his religion or his politics. So why was it so important for this administration and this president to call the shooting at Planned Parenthood a terrorist attack when they have been reluctant to use that word in more obvious cases? In 2009, at Fort Hood in Texas, Nidal Hasan, a U.S. major with ties to al-Qaeda, shot and killed 13. The president called it workplace violence. In 2015, Mohammed Yusuf Abdul Aziz killed 4 servicemen at a recruitment center in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Law enforcement at the scene called it a terrorist attack. The president at the White House would not. Why? And if we are labeling nut jobs who may or may not have been inspired by political rhetoric as domestic terrorists, why didn't the president call Abdullah Brinsley a terrorist back in 2014? He is the nut job that assassinated 2 New York City police officers, Wei-Jan Liu and Rafael Ramos. He was inspired by the Black Lives Matter protests. Why isn't he a domestic terrorist? The answer is a simple one, because those other examples don't jive with President Obama's politics. But with the Colorado shooting, the president was able to come out against gun rights, support Planned Parenthood, and take our minds off of ISIS because it wasn't a Muslim extremist. It was a White House trifecta, which brings us to Benghazi, a terrorist attack in Libya that killed 4 Americans. For weeks after that, the White House tried to blame it on an internet video. Benghazi has been investigated several times by Congress, and the White House is accusing Republicans of using a tragedy for political reasons. That may very well be true, but it seems it's a disease that is shared by both parties. I'm Larry Menti. See you again next week.